Hi, we are the Bucks.
And this is our story of hope.
So no, we did not know about Chloe's condition at birth. We found after birth. However, one thing my wife and I decided was we were going to raise Chloe as any normal, typical child.
So our initial reaction, we got her diagnosis at the same time as we received her heart knee diagnosis as well. And so our first instinct was really just to save her life, right? She needed to have a heart surgery, and so we needed to understand what that meant. In the interim, my husband did do some research as we weighed our options on where to have the heart surgery and how old she needed to be and what all of the heart surgery entailed. So,
well, you hear the preconceived ideals of what the expectations are, but me and my wife, we ignore that. We don't need the outside noise for us to have directions or intentions. Our intent was to raise Chloe as a normal, typical child, understanding that there could be delays as far as her progress.
yeah, we initially did not have a terrible diagnosis as far as my OBGYN was concerned. He actually was my doctor who delivered me. And so he took great pride in the fact that he was delivering the next generation. Our negative experience occurred when we moved to Fort Wayne, when we were connected with who was supposed to be the specialized doctor. And so when we got in front of him is when all of the negativity occurred. She wouldn't do this. She wouldn't be able to speak. You need to maybe do sign language. She'll never grow. Here's what you need to feed her in order to be able to get her to a good weight, to have the heart surgery. But outside of that, he had zero expectations for her. My husband and I then decided that we were going to take whatever milestones needed to occur, and we were just going to start early.
As far as like our son, he takes care of his sister. He always looks out for his sister, and he does other things with children of special needs, like he participates on Carroll High School's unified sports team. That's a team event for children with special needs. So
Yeah.
and plus, like say, this is his older sister, so this is what he knows.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I've changed because, like with patience, because, she's her own person and she has limitations. So I'm patient with her, and that probably helps me to be patient with other people. It also helps me to appreciate people, since, people with Down syndrome are just as special as normal people. So to have her in our family, I think is pretty great.
Oh, the biggest thing I learned about is, hey, expectations. You really got to realize that, hey, Chloe's life is her life. And the thing is, the world has to conform to her.
Yeah.
And we can't expect her to fit in to a world that someone else has created. She creates her own world. So that's the biggest thing you learn is, hey, you know what? We are passengers in her world, and we have to live that course. Raise them as you would any child. Don't set limitations, set expectations. Be intentional with your child's learning and lifestyle.
I would say be curious and trust your gut. So I feel like we've come a long way. There's lots of resources. We still have a long way to come, but we've come a long way. Use your resources, whether that's other parents, whether that's doctors, and then trust your gut. If it's not feeling right, like a doctor we've had, if they're not responding well, it's still that gut feeling, and kind of trust that, and always be your child's advocate, because there's lots of times that we've gone against the grain. I mean, even just immunizations of they need to get 10. Well, we're going to start with 2 because that's what we think is best. So just be a parent, trust your gut, and then be curious. Ask a million questions so that you can learn, and identify what works best for your child, because it's not a one size fits all. You really have to learn your child and invest. And I think that's typical or not.